Hello and welcome to our video. This is our October 1767 plate BMW 435 Xdrive. This car's covered 26,000 miles with one owner, so no previous owners apart from that, so it is just a one owner car. The car has full service history. It's finished in carbon black metallic, which has a hint of blue in it in different light, as you can see under our bright lights in the showroom here. We'll just have a look at the front. We've got the LED lights, the front parking sensors, fog lights, black gloss grille. Just pan out, give you a good overall look at the car. Got the privacy glass at the back, the sun protection glass that reflects the heat back out. All of the window trims and the side vent finished in gloss black. We've got the 704M alloy wheels, which are 19-inch, and the M Sport brakes. The whole car has been detailed and machine polished, two-stage rotary mop and an orbiting mop to take out any holograms. There are no marks to speak of on the car. There's no bird dropping stains. It's come up absolutely beautiful. I'll just come in close there, you can see. And then if we come round to the rear of the car, you can see it's the 435D, the twin turbo with the Xdrive, the four-wheel drive system. So under load it enters four-wheel drive. Just show you this rear wheel down here. And then this one. We've noticed on a couple of the wheels there's a couple of little marks which we're going to have done. We just couldn't get them done in time for the video. So the wheels will be pristine before the car leaves here under click and collect. So I'll just take you up onto the top of the bonnet. Very, very small, couple of tiny little chips that you can't really see on the camera, but they've all been touched in really delicately and then the machine polished over. But we're talking like tiny. You can hardly see them, to be honest with you. All of the screen is nice and clear. We've got the high beam assist, which allows you to, the camera will turn the headlights from main beam to dipped automatically when the car headlights come from the other direction. We've got the, let's just check, is this Oyster or is this, this is the Ivory Dakota leather. So the Oyster is a bit creamier. This is slightly paler and it's nicer. Well, in my opinion, it's nicer. We've got the Harman Kardon sound system, but if I give you an overall look inside the car, it's not quite as caramelly, the Ivory. So we've got the pearl chrome finisher of the trim. We've got the Pro Nav. Let's take a look inside. Now, one of the other things that this car has, all that leather is lovely. All the trims along the side. We've got electric seats and memory on the driver's side. This car has the adaptive M Sport suspension, which is a really desirable extra. Not many of the cars were opted with that feature, but what that enables you to do is to have a softer ride in comfort and economy mode and a more sportier, stiffer ride in the sport mode. And without that feature or optional extra, you won't get the difference in the ride, because they all have the Eco Comfort button and Sport, but you do need the different shock absorbers, which this one does have. All the boot is lovely. All of the rear bumper. Dan's just going to start the car. We've got rear camera. We've got electric tailgate, which you can operate from the key to open and close the boot. We're going to press the button, select that down, and then we'll have a look in the rear here. To say all the door cards are in lovely condition. No marks there at all. All the seals are lovely. The interior is really stunning in this. There's no marks on the back of the seats either. And we've got the dark carpets as well, so you don't have to worry about wiping your feet when you jump into the car. Driver's door card, again, lovely condition. We've got the folding and dimming anti-dazzle wing mirrors, which you can also, you can also close the wing mirrors when you lock the car by pressing and holding the button. The driver memory seats, they've got the bolster, inflatable bolster button there. You see all of the seat is in lovely condition, no wear there. We've got a contrasting stitching on this, just very slightly. It's like a grey stitching which just gives it a bit more detail. Front and rear fog lights, which just jump into the car. Now Dan's just popped the bonnet for me, but in this car we have the digital cockpit, which is really nice. So basically, if we use the economy button, all the displays will change, and then we go back into normal comfort mode. Like I say, that's the two modes that the suspension will be more relaxed. And then when we go into sport or sport plus, the suspension becomes stiffer and it adapts to the road conditions to give you better handling. Obviously the sport plus takes off some of the traction control to make it a little bit more fun. We've got the four-wheel drive on this, so it gets really good traction anyway, so you're not likely to have any problems. The professional navigation on this car is the later one with the touch screen, so we can move this all about and use it, or we can use the iDrive wheel down here. We go into the navigation, for example, address input. We can either use voice control or write on the top of the iDrive wheel to input your destination. If we go to map, you can change, there's lots of sub menus here for different things. We've got the map views, we can change it to perspective, and down here, if you float across those buttons, you can assign not all of the windows on the iDrive, but some of them to those buttons. Obviously radio stations is another one, and also telephone numbers. So you can have your girlfriend, your wife or your mum on number 1 and speed dial her. And then, like I say, if I press number 8 now, it'll change the view. So if we come down, we've got the heated seats, the dual climate control, and they've got the 8-speed ZF gearbox with sport mode over to the left, which brings up the S1 there. I've put it back into drive, but then if we go onto the paddles here and the plus paddle, we've got the 8-speed gearbox. So just going to pop it back in park, take it back out of sport into normal. So on here we've got the high beam assist, then the computer as well, and then over here we've got different modes. So when we press the mode button, we can flick through the DAB channels, etc. FM stations, music collection. I think it's 80 gig of hard drive in there, and the phone once you've got it connected. If I go on to the parking sensors, you've got the full display. If we go across to the left, this would automatically operate when you go into reverse. Usually it's because we're stationary, I'm using it. Obstacle markers, parking guidelines, etc. Then we've got the media here with your music, etc., your Bluetooth audio, your sound. So you've got the Logic 7 surround sound with the Harman Kardon. If we go back into here, connective drive, we'll just see if there's any. So it's got the remainder of the 3-year subscription for the connective drive apps, etc., weather, radar and things like that, the news. These cars tell you so much nowadays. And then you've got vehicle settings here, and on the right hand side you can flick through all those and change everything. And then the next one down, all your units, etc. I think that's the one we were just on, wasn't it? The top one there, that's all your lights, drive modes, etc. Configuring your sport. So on a lot of these they all have this button, but like I say, you have to have the adaptive M suspension for it to make a difference to the chassis, because they all highlight the same pictures, but like I say, you do need that adaptive suspension to change the suspension, as it were. Vehicle status, that's where we're going to go next. So we come down to servicing. Now, previous services, so that will be the pre-delivery one. Next one should be oil and microfilter, which was done actually quite early. And then this is probably brake fluid. Yep, brake fluid. And then if we go back to the main menu, you'll see the front brake pad's got 8,000 miles, engine oil 11,000, so forth. Brake pad's 33 on the rear. Brake fluid's been done. Where's the front brake pads? There you go, 8,000, and the rears were 33, so plenty left on there. We've got sliding armrest as well in this car, USB port in there, cup holders, etc. All the books in there. The car inside is really nice, and I'm not just saying, everything, there's no scratches. If you look down here, there's no keys been left sliding about, no scratches on the trim, because they do get scratched occasionally. So we're going to jump out the car now and have a look under the bonnet. So there we've got the 315 PS twin turbo brake horsepower diesel engine. Everything is lovely and clean under here, all clean with WD-40, a very safe product to use under the engine bay. Just give you a good overall glimpse under there. As you can hear, the car's running all beautifully. Just going to grab my sheet of paper to make sure I haven't missed anything. So let's pan out and have another look at the car as we walk around the car. So we've got the digital cockpit, the folding mirrors, reverse camera, the adaptive M suspension we've mentioned, the 19-inch wheels, the high beam assist. It's got everything you need, this car, and it's in lovely condition. So thank you for watching. Please pick up the phone and give us a call. They're a very practical car with the hatchback, and one of our best-selling models of BMW that we sell here. Okay, thank you for watching, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.